Hi everyone, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie and I cover oily skin, hooded eyes, and beauty. I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to be reviewing the Always an Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer from Rare Beauty. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you know that I have jumbo pores and I pretty much try to do everything possible to cover them up, to fill them in, to blur them out, to minimize them. And so when I heard that Rare Beauty came out with this product, I was just so excited I had to try it. This is a hydrating, cushiony gel primer that blurs the look of pores and fine lines, boosts and extends makeup wear, and helps fight shine control all day. So I went ahead and put on my under eye primer and my eyeshadow primer just to get that out of the way to solely focus on this product here. And that's all that I'm gonna be putting on. So let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. So when I got this in the mail, I actually thought that my order got mixed up because I ordered the mini size and it's the 0.5 ounces for the $14. So I went back and looked and it turns out I did get the mini size. This packaging is just ginormous and I think you get a really good amount of product in here. So I kind of like that. It doesn't look like it's like this travel mini size. It looks pretty normal. Let's go ahead and move on to the smell test. So I'm just gonna pump it on the back of my hand. I don't smell anything. So this primer does feel like a gel, which tells me that it's a silicone gel. Of course, that is definitely gonna get into the pores, and it's also gonna be good for textured skin because it's gonna smooth over your texture. So let me go ahead and start to put this on. Ooh, okay, it feels really nice. It really feels nice. So I like the fact that it's really easy to blend out. I have tried some of the silicone primers that aren't really so easy to blend out because they're just so thick and just so like hard. It's really weird to see products like that, but I have come across that and this is actually really nice and like it has like this silky feeling to it. So all I did was just use 2 pumps. And I'm only really gonna be putting it in the center of my face and of course making sure that this goes over my pores. This does feel nice and smooth. Do I feel like it blurred my pores and my fine lines? Not so much, not like I would like for them to. And I've used drugstore primers that have done exactly what I want and exactly what it claims to, and it would claim to fill pores and fine lines. And so far I don't really see that it's doing that. I mean, I do see that it's blurred out some pores over here, but not in this area. I do see that they're still there. Obviously, it's skin, it's human skin. It's not gonna just magically disappear, right? But as far as like smoothing it over and like filling it in and kind of blurring it, like what it claims to do, I don't really see that. So of course, this is just what it looks like without anything other than the primer. I do want to see what it looks like with makeup on top of it. So let me go ahead and start the makeup process. I'm gonna go into my favorite foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I'm in the shade 1W2 Sand. I'm just gonna get my beauty blender and see if this primer is really gonna make a difference. Now, whenever I do put on all of my makeup, I make sure everything is pretty much pore filling, pore minimizing, pore blurring. So I would be using my Maybelline Fit Me. It's the matte and poreless foundation, but I wanna see what exactly this primer is gonna do with just foundation that doesn't claim to be pore filling. I wanna see what exactly it'll do for me. I also have my little handy dandy pore filling brush on standby. Let's see what happens. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. I think it looks really good. Okay, I do still need to use my brush to get into the pores. I am gonna be doing an all-day wear test. I definitely wanna see how long this primer holds up my makeup for. So laying this makeup on top of the primer, I can definitely see just a little bit better what the primer is doing for my pores. And I do see that it is filling them in just a little bit more than I originally thought, only because I was just looking at the primer alone. So when testing the primer out, you obviously wanna lay the makeup on top of it because that primer is giving you this barrier, this blanket on top of your skin for the makeup to lay on top of to actually do what it's supposed to do. So looking at it, it looks pretty good so far. I really do like it. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Now that I have completed the rest of my makeup, I can truly see what the primer is actually doing for my skin, for my pores, for my fine lines. So let's go ahead and look. I can definitely see that the pores on my nose and in this area are definitely filled in, but the pores that are around my fine lines, I don't see that happening. They don't look accentuated. They don't really look like they are being magnified. There's just nothing really being done there. And now I'm kind of wishing that I used my Maybelline Fit Me Poreless and Matte Foundation to help filling in those pores, because this primer alone did not really do the job. Do I think that it looks nice? Yes. This primer also does claim to be a shine controlling primer, and with oily skin, I have a lot of shine coming through, so I also want to test that out as well. So I'm going to be doing an all-day wear test. So stay tuned. I will be right back to let you guys know. All right, so 9.5 hours later, and I am here for my check-in. Let's go ahead and take a look. As I said earlier, this primer doesn't really help the pores and it doesn't really help the fine lines, but it does claim to control shine, and after 9.5 hours of wear, there's no shine. I don't see my oils coming through. I think pairing this with my favorite poreless primer, which is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, I think it would be perfect, but the pores, the fine lines is a no-go. But if you are having trouble with oiliness, this is definitely for you. So don't depend on this for large pores. But let's go ahead and just take a close-up. Here is what my forehead is looking like. It's looking really good. In between my eyebrows, my nose, which my foundation actually stayed on, surprisingly. And just take a look at my pores, my fine lines, and my chin area. So like I said earlier, it didn't really accentuate them or anything like that. It just didn't cover them like I would expect it to. But let me know down in the comments below if you guys have tried this primer out. Let me know if it works for you and what do I need to do to make it work for me, so that way I can try it again and let everyone else know. So let me know. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, and thank you guys for subscribing. Bye.